What is up, homies? Christian back at it again with our Twin Sons action figure close-up. And today I have for us the Hasbro 6-inch Black Series Luke Skywalker, Hero of Endor. And here we have him in his plastic prison. You can see that we have still the original, well, I guess not the original, but the new packaging. It's the original packaging, I guess, in the sense that it's not the San Diego Comic-Con exclusive. It's the normal original packaging for it. Because there is a 3-pack for these coming out, but I didn't have that in hand yet. So you can see in his box we got the art on the side. Still don't know this artist, but he's looking nice in his helmet and that poncho. He's got the lightsaber glowing green. Return of the Jedi seems to have this green theme, which I really like. It's very nice. On the back, we get the standard, portrait on the side, bio on the other. Utilizing stolen schematics, the Rebel Alliance formulated a plan to destroy the new Death Star. Luke Skywalker joined his friends for this mission to Endor. Kind of a basic bio there. I know bios are generally basic, but seems especially basic. It's barely about Luke even. Luke is number 4 in the Return of the Jedi lineup. You have to remember that every movie now has its own numbering scheme, which... let me know in the comments how you guys feel about that. Personally, I'm not a fan. I like how every figure had just one number lineup. So, Luke Skywalker would be number 33 if it was number 33 out of the new ones. Just makes it easier to track everything because now, if you're after Black Series figure number 84 before, you would know what it was about versus number 84 now is like, well, who's number 84? 84 Return of the Jedi, 84 in Clone Wars. No, obviously we're not that high up in the numbers, but we'll get there in a few years. We have before. And on the side, we got the side window. But anyway, enough packaging rant. Let's free him from his plastic prison and see what we got, right? All right, and here he is free from his plastic prison, and he is looking pretty good. So right off the bat, a weird thing I've noticed was a Hasbro design choice. They only have the belt going around the front. Does not actually tie through the back. I don't know if that was for articulation purposes. I've seen Return of the Jedi my fair share of times, and I recall that the belt cinches the entire poncho, like wraps all the way around. So I don't know if that was just for articulation, or if Hasbro got a little lazy there, or if it was for production. It was just made it a lot cheaper to do that. I don't know. Let me know in the comments below if I'm wrong, but I always remembered seeing the belt go all the way around and the poncho fully cinched and not sort of like flying squirrel like it is here. But let's take a look at this all. So, his head looks very good. Let me say as good as you can for Mark Hamill. I always feel like Mark Hamill has one of those faces that is just hard to nail. And half the time when they nail it, he's got kind of a sad boy look going on. Like here, he looks boring. Not boring, but bored, I should say. He looks fairly bored. He's just sort of chilling on Endor, but it looks a lot better than the original Hasbro head sculpt we got. The helmet is looking really good. A lot of detail on the back here. We got the ridges there. The ridges on the top. I like the paint app on it. They put some silver here, some dirt marks here, a little dirt on top. The other side as well. It looks like a dirty used helmet. Like this is not Luke Skywalker's brand new helmet fresh out of the package. Just as, the Rebels gave him what they had. I mean, when you pinch the back of the poncho, it looks good. Like you might just have to, like for photography, you might have to just get like a little clip or something and like maybe just clip it and hide the clip and the angling. Because I mean, it looks good, but they just sort of got a little lazy. And then when it doesn't look good, it looks bad. Like it looks like he's a flying squirrel or something. It's just too much fabric. You gotta really cinch it back, tie it down like the old episode 4 Leia. People used to, well, I do too, you tucked it in the back there, but there's no belt back there to do it, and that would have solved this problem. So, it looks like it's a new head sculpt. Now, I don't own the original Return of the Jedi body, the one that came out like right when the Black Series came out, but I'm going to guess this is reuse based off of the elbows and the knees. So, let's take a look at what we can under The poncho does not seem to come off. Oh, wait. It does. All right, even more so. The belt does go around, but Hasbro just didn't put the cut slits on the other side. I might go in and do that myself, to be honest. Just measure out, see how far it is on this side, and then just cut my own 2 slits, because that would help immensely with this figure. I'm even more confused by Hasbro's design choice and why they did not now. I'm gonna guess it was for articulation purposes. So, poncho does come off. As you can see, it's nice camouflage. The texturing on it, I don't know what it's made out of, but I really like the way it feels. The belt looks good. I like how it's got that silver buckle there. And they've actually put in that little X that like some fabrics have. Actually sculpted that in. So now here we have the body. And actually, no, I think I've seen, yep, here it is. The helmet comes off as well. So if you missed the first Return of the Jedi Luke like I did, you can buy 2 of these. Have one as your Hero of Endor set. And have one as just an updated Luke Skywalker Return of the Jedi. So now we can really go over the body here. Does this flap go back? Nope, it doesn't. So, the head, like I said, it looks good. He just looks a little bored. I don't know if this is the same head sculpt with just the face paint on it. Or, not the face paint, but the photoreal on it. Or what it is. This is a brand new sculpt. But, it looks good either way. I like the hair. The hair is not too golden like you get in some Luke Skywalkers. It's a nice, dirty blonde wash onto it. The body, I mean, even for reusing the old one, it looks really good. Hasbro always does a good job putting in wrinkles in clothes and making them look natural. I mean, it's fairly good looking for how boring of a body it is. It's just a black jumpsuit, black tunic. But you can see they put a lot of effort into wrinkling it up. It's got a nice matte finish on it to counter that glossy boot. Luke Skywalker got some new boots between Empire and Jedi, and he wants everyone to know they're new with that sheen on them. They look very good though. The sleeves, you know, they have that nice texturing and wrinkling. We got the gloved hand, for some reason holding a pistol, not his lightsaber. Doesn't make much sense because the only time he wielded the pistol is when he didn't have the glove on Jabba's sail barge. Well, not on his sail barge, but in Jabba's palace. That whole sequence in the beginning, he had the pistol, but didn't have the glove on yet, so I don't know why they gave us a pistol hand there, other than just probably reusing someone else's hand and just cast it in black. But overall, looks good. Let's go over the articulation, shall we? So, for the neck, swivel left, swivel right. Looks like no up. You can see that hair back there blocks it. So he just gets to sort of look a little bit up. Nothing too high up though, you know. If you wanted to put him on a speeder, he's not gonna be looking hunched over and looking up if you want to put him on a speeder bike, but that's all right. Down. Like, no down. This is definitely the old body. Oh. All right, so sorry with the little accident. I guess Lando started blowing up the Death Star 2 a little early there. We started going down, but we stopped him and we captured him, and now he's in prison. So, no more falls. As I was saying though, the head, no down at all. He just looks straight. No tilt really at all. So this is definitely the old articulation scheme, because Hasbro's really stepped it up in recent years. The shoulders, another telltale is the shoulder cutouts and stuff. Shoulders get up, but they got that unsightly ball joint right there. Go all the way around. The elbow is another good tell. Because as Hasbro has really nailed this single elbow game, I feel like. Other toy manufacturers, even more expensive ones, this is all the single elbows do. Hasbro's been able to get up to past 90 on a lot of these newer figures with the elbow joints. So this is definitely the old one. He does have an elbow swivel, which is nice. This wrist goes up and down, or at least it's supposed to, but you barely get any movement out of it. And I think it's because of the way the sleeve is. The sleeve comes too far past it, it immediately hits the joint. See the joint right there. When I try to bend it up, the sleeve just stops it right away, so you don't get too much articulation there. On the other side, everything's the same there, you know, except for the wrist. The wrist is swivel side to side. But again, I mean, you get more than the up and down, but only in one direction. So it's decent, not the best. Is torso. Swivel left, swivel right. No back like, at all. A little bit of crunch, which is nice. If I had to pick one, I usually go for crunch rather than back, but not much of either one. So yeah, not much swivel overall, but I guess that's all right. It's a little disappointing. I really just feel like at this point they could have just made him a archive figure and then maybe slapped in a couple extra accessories rather than doing a whole new repack. I mean, I get the extra accessories make some kind of a new figure. I just really would have liked to have seen an updated body for a figure this old. They gave us a new Stormtrooper body. I get they're gonna get more reuse out of that with repaints for new trooper designs, but it's Luke Skywalker, man. Come on, give us a new sculpt. So let's go over his hips. That's all we get. Don't expect any side kicks. You can get a high kick out of him, but no side kicks. Can't even really go back. It's one of those joints. I think it's called a wide joint when it does this. When you go back, it just goes to the side. Does not want to go back at all. We do have a thigh swivel, which is nice. And one of the biggest things that gives away is the older figure too. These old double jointed knees. Go back there. Unsightly knee though. So you have articulation, but at what cost? You also get the pegs on the side there. That nice glossy boot has the standard Hasbro swivel rocker. So the articulation is definitely their old school scheme. It's all right. I definitely would have just liked to have seen a whole new updated body on this figure. Would have been really nice to get. I was really looking forward to that. So I thought I was going to get into with the new single jointed knees that are nice as hell, that looks slick. The new elbows that go up past 90. Their new double neck peg system where they have the peg at the base and then the peg at the head. This would have been nice to have seen Luke on a nice new body. Hasbro's come a long way, and I think it's been 6 years since this figure came out. They've come a long way. So it just would have been nice to have seen that. Now, as for accessories, as you guys saw in the beginning, he comes with the poncho. He comes with the helmet. You know, at first I thought the helmet was hindering articulation on the head and neck, but nope, that's just how the figure is built. And of course, he comes with his Episode 6 lightsaber. The best lightsaber design. Don't at me. So, the lightsaber looks decent here. I like the gold paint apps we got on it. I feel like we're missing a little bit of black that's on there. They did put the black there on the side, which is nice, but I feel like we're still missing a little bit more. Maybe just a wash to make it pop a little bit more. They did sculpt in all the ridges here and the super thin neck there and there, so you're gonna want to be careful handling this lightsaber. You don't want to snap at those 2 points. He has a hook system, but I don't see a hook on this figure anywhere. So he comes with the hook system, and you can't even hook it, so I might just be ripping that off because it's a little unsightly if you can't even use it. Blade comes out, obviously, so you can have it unlit in his hand. Oh, it might be on his other belt. No. As you can see, no hook under there. So, lightsaber comes with is good. How well does he hold it though in that pistol hand? So it definitely looks tight, so I'm going to go in through the bottom. I always find this is easier, but not with, I guess, a neck this thin. I'm feeling some bend there. So I'm gonna, maybe this one, you're gonna wanna pry open that hand and then use those 2 seconds you got to get it in there. He holds it all right. Can't really hold it on the main part here. Well, he can, it just looks really awkward with this hand. Kind of wish it just gave us a gripping hand instead, but I wonder if I apply enough pressure over time, maybe tape him up like this overnight, I can get that finger to stay down. It's already starting to a bit there. So you can fix the hand like that. He holds it really well down here around the activator. So yeah, he holds it decently enough. You're not going to get any amazing poses out of this body, but he is able to two-hand it, so you can have him fighting Vader, or like just after he cut down the speed bike. So he looks good there. So yeah, he holds it well enough. So I mean, overall, if you miss the first run of this figure, I'd say get it, because I mean, in that case, you probably don't have a Return of the Jedi Luke on your shelf. I would definitely recommend getting it then. If you want these accessories, I'd say get it, but know what you're getting into. You're gonna most likely have to cut some holes in the back here to make it look nice on him. The helmet looks great though. No knocks on the helmet. I love the way this helmet looks. The way the helmet fits on his head. Fits very well on his head. Looks natural. It's just above the brow line. It looks like a comfortable helmet, you know? So, overall, I'd say it's a good figure, just a little bit disappointing. I wish Hasbro gave us the new body styles. Would have been nice to see in a redesign. I mean, they could have even reused a lot of this. They could have reused these upper thighs and the boots and stuff. Just give us new knees, new elbows, the new neck would have been nice. But again, if you missed the first one, I'd say get it. If you have something like the figure arts and you don't want this stuff, obviously you don't need to get this figure then. But if you're like me and you love Return of the Jedi and you love Luke Skywalker, especially as he is a Jedi Knight in Return of the Jedi, I would definitely recommend this figure. And I mean, you kind of need him because the others look great as well. You gotta have all three. So I'm gonna just say get him. He's a good figure. Let me know in the comments down below if you guys have one, or if you have all three of them, or if you have the Heroes of Endor set already, or if you got one coming in the spring like I do. But until next time, may the Force be with you.